Well, hi, hello, and welcome. Hello to Hash Club number 3. Here we go. I hope you're all ready to get high on hash. So get your lighters and your hash and your whatever else you're smoking it with, bongs and shit. Here we go. Let's get high on hash number 3. Oh yeah, hashy. Come on, light up, man. Let's go. Pull your lighters out and your fingers out. Amsterdam session, this one is. I was in Amsterdam, so I bought home loads of hash, got all the pictures of that. So I think we need to get high on some hash, don't we, really? So I would think we get straight into it, man. Look, here we go. The hash of the day. With your messages up there that I can now see what all you're chatting shit about. What you're smoking as well out there. Type that in chat. But my hash of the day is this one now. It's obviously from Amsterdam because I brought some with me. Allegedly. And this is from Coffee Shop Solo. It's some Larry OG. And it's quite lemony, quite sticky. But it's got a really oily hash smell to it, if you understand what I mean. But it's got a very, very old school taste to it and smell. But like, yeah, modern. Good stuff. Yeah, man, everything from Solo I had was good, man. Definitely, for sure. So, yeah, on to the next bit, really, which is the most important bit. This is what we're really here for. This was some honey hash, man, I got from, this is from fucking Bluebird. This was fucking lovely. That's still one of my favourites. I'm going to buy like a few of them next time I go and bring them back. It's very sweet. You could sort of taste the honey sweetness in it, and you're like, I'm sure I talked about this one before, and you're like, People got some hash balls out there, have you? Nice. OG finger hash. Topanga Canyon flower. No hash. Oh, that's sad, mad dog. Sad. You're sad. So let's move on to the next one. That one's the Lemon Miracle, again from Solo, that was. And that's quite similar to this one, what I'm smoking. In fact. But again, lovely. And enjoyed that. Quite oily and sticky again. Which most of the Solo stuff was quite similar in a way. It's good stuff. Relatively good prices as well in Solo. They weren't like rip-off prices too much either. A little expensive in a way because that's what it is, but not really that expensive. Some other places were charging a lot more. Obviously, the sort of some of the hashes, the rosins and all that are quite expensive, but I've never got nothing like that. It was good stuff though. Yeah, this is probably one of my favourites actually as well, the Lemon Miracle. Same as this Lemon Larry, it's quite nice. This is one of my faves too. Mind you, those are all quite my favourites in a way, but different reasons. Oh, on this one, I'll have to move this one slightly across. There you go. This is a 24k Tangy. This is from 1E Hulp, or Eerst Hulp, which means first aid in Dutchland, Dutch talk. So, like, yeah. So if you're in the Netherlands and someone says Eerst Hulp, that means first aid. Means you better be getting out your t-shirt and wrapping it around their wound and shit. Or pulling out a big blunt, because that's also first aid. And this hash was quite first aid as well. You can see, like, it's a lot of triple filtered, sort of like black hash. It's very sticky. The best thing what I done with this was just sprinkled loads of weed into the pot and then made a big mole mix with it all, and then mixed it with another bit of into my blunt like that, and it's quite easy to do like that, because when you've done it with your fingers it's just like really sticky and your fingers will get all oily and sticky and you don't really want to waste it. So the best thing is just to stick a load of weed, ground up weed in there, and mix it all around with it all, so it's all like infused, and then you give it some smoke up. You could maybe cut it in half and do half a gram, or just mix it all up in one go and then do your mixture in half and half, which I've done a couple of times. But I've just put a whole gram in what I'm smoking today. Next picture. Oh, this one, the sour apricot frozen. It doesn't look as good as it tasted, that one, actually. And again, that was another like solo sort of oily. It was not as oily as these two, but it added more flavour to it for sure. Added a nice hashy flavour to it as well, like a earthy type hash. That was good, that one. I can recommend coffee shops. So it's not the best of coffee shops to sit in and smoke, to be honest, but it's one of the best to get some hash from and stuff. I didn't try none of their weed though. I was literally just went there, or I was on a trip to somewhere else really, so I just had to stop and buy hash, because you can't not. So it's only around the corner to a couple of the other ones. Yo, hi Benny Ben. Next go. Here we go. This is another one from Erstholp, the first aid shop. I can't remember the name of this one, but again, as you can see, it's a lovely filtered, dripping, oily drippiness. And again, just mixed it all up with ground up weed because it's sticky as fuck. And again, these black hashes do taste really sort of Moroccan as well. So it's got that nice tasting, I suppose, mountainside feel to it in a way. It's hard to put, but if you smoked a lot of Moroccan hash, you sort of get a general taste. Even from the filtered here, it's like you still feels that way. Excuse me. So, and again, this one's a real dark one. That one was like really odd because it was just didn't smell of nothing. You just couldn't smell it when you smelt it, and when you rolled it up in the thing, it's just really sticky. But when you lit it up, it was just like it bellowed smoke from it, and like it would have been good to old hot knife in the old days, or you put it in your vapes, because it just like the amount of vapor that come off was loads, and it was like, wow, quite tasty as well. It was I think it was another orange one. This can't remember, but like it was a nice tasty one. I remember that one. It's one of the first ones I smoked as well, which is good. So I did have some pictures as well of stuff I'm smoking now. I'll dig them out and add them to the thing a bit later. And that's the Manali, which is proper traditional hash again, and that was again proper like oily and sticky. Legit, I cut in half and then mixed all that up in. Made like little. It's easy to make little sausages out of this one, so you could sausage it up a bit more, and then I rolled the flour in that to make it less sticky. That's the best thing to do when you make sausages, is still roll it in flour so it still burns more evenly with the joint, and you can roll it out more thinner that way as well when you roll it in flour. But actual cannabis flour, not your old flour from your nan's cooking cupboard or Margaret's cooking cupboard as such. But no, not that sort of flour. Ground up buds. It's Manali hash, mate. It's not the Charis. I'm not sure if they don't. They might have had Charis there, but they don't have it on the board. I doubt they will because it's so difficult to get proper Charis, isn't it? You only get small bits of it because of how it's made. You have to get that off the farmer that's collected it himself. Really, he's not going to send it all the way on a plane to Amsterdam. So, yeah, the Manali is one of my favourites. I always buy it just because it's nice. It's tradition. What's this one? Oh, that's another one from the same place again. More oily, lovely hash. As you can see, it's like dripping with oils as well. Like it's again that you have to roll it in loads of flour to get your sausages out. Otherwise, it just sticks to everything. Or even getting it out of the pot is just sticking to the sides. Like you can see a little bit of flour stuck on the edge of there. It's like anything that touches it just sticks to it as well. So if you looked at it, it'd probably stick to it just by looking at it. It was nice though. They was always nice. I do like the black filtered ones because they're just quite distinctive and different as well. So, I smoke a lot of dry sift like this lemon cherry here, which again was another nice one, especially at the 1850. That's one of the most expensive ones. This one is, and I thought I'd try it because it's my birthday, but I can and can't see why it was 1850 because it was really nice to smoke, and I would have definitely have bought more if it was of a lower price. I would definitely got more, but for 1850 probably not, just because I don't want to spend like that amount on more grams of it. But it's worth the 1850 to try, if you know what I mean, especially if it's your birthday there or you're only there the one time, man. It's Amsterdam. You should really take €1,000 with you to spend in Amsterdam, 500 to 1,000 if you really want to experience it properly and not be tight on yourself. Why spend all that money on a holiday and not spend a load on yourself, man? Fuck money. You're only going to do it once. You might not be able to get back there ever again. So, doing it. Yeah, this one I definitely can recommend, man, for sure. The lemon cherry. Can't remember where I got it from again. I think that's from Erstholp again because of the plastic pots. So, yep, love the lemon cherry gelato flour. Yep, this hash was really tasty, man. It was really really nice to break up as well, even though it's sort of a little bit sticky. You could still break it up into your joint quite nice, so it was reasonable. And again, it bellowed with smoke and smelt lovely, so it would have been nice to vape as well, that one. That's definitely one of my favourites out of it all. Oh, look. This picture here is from Chilbert. This is obviously from Stonehenge 82 mini festival. So you can have some egg burgers for 50p. Some acid for £1. Lines of coke, £5. A shit hot knife for 20p. Oh god, shit hot knives, fucking hell. Look, red leb, man, £12 for a fucking quarter ounce. I'll be like, shit, man, give me them fucking ounce. Give me everything you've got, mate. I'm going to the fucking bank here and drawing all my cash out. Some Turkish, which probably don't even exist anymore, for 14. Same as a red leb, because of like the wars and all the craziness in that area region. It's just, them farmers have probably been like killed or just changed to something different. It's mental. Look, Downers 30p. Speed £8 a gram, which is quite expensive to think really. Back in 82, £8 a gram. £8 was reasonable. It's like because speed's only like £10 a gram now on average anyway, everywhere. So opium, fucking for £8 a gram of opium. You'd mate to sit there and have some of that, wouldn't you? Really, come on. It's not like it's fucking smacking you, sticking it in your veins. If you're at Stonehenge in 82. And some mushes for £1.50 a gram. Everyone's giving him a fiver straight off, innit? Yeah, mate, take £5, load me up. Walk away with some fucking red leb while it's chomping on some mushrooms, some opium for when you come down. You're like, yeah, get in there. And if you're there any longer and you meet a load of chicks, then you just all drop acid for £1, innit? now you see why everyone went to Stonehenge in 1982. Like, there you go. Written on the stick, that is. And as you can see, speed's crossed out because everyone's come and bought it. It's already sold out, mate. By the time this dude's turned up, like, everyone's gone, yep, give me the speed. I'm going to be here for days and I ain't sleeping on shit. So, they look like a good party, didn't it? But we don't do that shit no more. Not allowed to. Can't have fun no more. And this is from a festival, recent one. And this is their hash list from recently. Let's move that over a little there. So look, some Tangy, Red Seal, Skywalker, Kosher Kush, Strawberry Diesel. Some, I'm not sure what that is. Retard, that could be. Mutant, it could be. But I say retard because I was looking at the people in chat. So that's what it reminded me of. Some Purple Urkel. Some Slurricane, Ice Age, some Biscotti Boy Fresh Frozen, some Bubblegum or Bubbaleo something, Fresh Frozen, some Mutant Static, some Sour Tangy, Nepal, some Passion, Caramello, Isolator, Cali Isolator, Exodus Cheese, 3.5 grams, 30 quid. It's a nice little menu there, lads, isn't it? Let's see. So, like, there is a hash scene in the UK still going on, and people are getting into it. It's becoming more popular because people are starting to realise that weed ain't as good as hash. Weed is just the base layer. You add hash to be able to smoke your hash in a blunt, really. That's really what it is. It's there for when you ain't got no hash. Wonder what the Exodus cheese was. It's probably from a cutting of the original Exodus cheese, mate, and they've grown it. So, yeah, get in there. Talking about the Tangy profile yesterday. Oh, yeah, with the red hot cookies. Yeah, the Tangy stuff. So, yeah, I do like... So I'm definitely going to get some Tangy plants and make some Tangy hash, just because Tangy hash does sound good. Some Red Seal. I'm not sure if that'd be like proper Red Seal. Maybe it is because of where it's been sold from, if you know what I mean. So, like, that'd be nice to have some proper Red Seal, like, just for some old school flavour, some take on it. And we like, oh yeah, I remember that when I was young. Like, Connoisseur Genetics smokes pure hash joints. No backy, no weed, just hash. So, how can you get pure hash joints? It's going to have to be ground up real fine to be able to do it properly. And or you can smoke it in a chew. That's what you got chillums for. And that's like a pure hash. So, how does he do that? I'll have to see that. Now, on to the next. Oh, look. And Chilbert's showing us his balls. Look at that nice shiny ball. Again, that's nice hash rolled into a nice ball. I don't really roll mine into balls. I more square it over a few times. And look, that's the same ball, I think, but just less shiny. So he's both balls he showed us at least. Breakfast of Champions. Some pineapple sole and mandarina. Dried fruit salad. 45U to 180U. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Look at that. There's some of his own pressed hash. That's nice, look. And then it's rolled into balls, obviously, isn't it? So there's a close-up of that. That's looking quite shiny there, isn't it? See, that's what I like about hash presses. You can do that with your hash. Don't need a hot water bottle. Yeah, everyone look at that. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Folded over into a triangle. A triangle of hash. See, it's like a spaceship in the sky. If you threw that up in the sky and took a picture of it, everyone would think that's a UFO. And then you do a skip the next bit. Oh, look. And there's a ball of it. That's what it looks like, balled up. I think I prefer I think I prefer that one. I think I prefer that picture. If it triangled. I think the triangle picture makes it more like hashy for some reason. Even though balls are nice. Looks like a Malteser there. Fucking Vulcan Bomber. Look, there's an egg. And hash egg. That's just the shape of it. It wasn't because it is implanted in his prison pocket or anything. It's just because that's how it turned out. It's quite a nice eggy shape as well, isn't it, really? Whoever egged that has done well. Nice eggy shape. I'm not sure if he bought it or if he egged it himself. Some Nepal. Look, he got some Nepal there. That's what the Nepal looks like. Let's try and zoom that a bit there. Look. Nice black shiny Nepalese. Yeah. It's like the shiny black stuff I had in my pots. And the next one, yeah, there it is, a bit more shiny, happy people. You'd be a shiny, happy person if someone gave you that, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh, some Nepalese. You'd be straight on rolling that. Roll out your barrel. Next one. What are we getting there? Some caramello. Caramello. That looks quite nice, actually. We'll zoom that in if we can a bit there. Look at that. That looks nice, that one. I bet that's quite tasty. Just the name caramello, you're like, I'm going to have to try that just because it sounds like it should taste lovely. I reckon it did. Did it taste lovely? That's what we all want to know, chill, but did it taste lovely? Shashi caramello. Medical cannabis. Look. Don't operate heavy equipment. No, that means I can't go to the toilet if I smoke that. Keep out of reach of children. Same comment. Oh look, there's some balls. Nice hash ball. It's probably from more hash that is squeezed. Let's have a quick jizz on the next one. What was that one? That's there. Look, oh look at all that. This is Pink Sky, I think, this one. I think we're now on to Pink Sky. And his dry sift, which he made. That looks quite nice and clean as well. Nice colour. Got a nice little shininess to it as well. Yeah, let's move on to the next picture then. Let's see what it looks like. There you go. Heated up and all that. I'll shrink the picture a bit there so you can see. There we go. Look at all that. That looks well tasty like that. That looks a lovely, got a lot of flavour to it for some reason. Looks like it'd crumble in your joint, lovely. Bellows smoke and flavour and smell. If you smoked it in the lift, everyone would get fucking high as fuck with you. That's what they would. Definitely be passive smoking with that shit, wouldn't they? They should bring back smoking in lifts, but only if it's pure hash. I like the corners there. They look full of fucking flavour. Look at that. All them trichomes stuck together. Fucking lovely. Next one. Number 26 this is. Oh look, there's some rolled into a ball. That's his attempt of a ball of hash. Showing us his balls. Yeah man, that is quite nice. Again, it's got like that dark shininess to it. And you can see where the oil up the top right's been leaking out. I'm showing you that it's good stuff. It's making its own little rows in there. You should roll that up into the joint as well. Roll it, roll it, roll it. There's some good stuff there, Pink Sky, man. And there it is. Roll it, roll it, roll it into a nice ball of hash. Yeah, I might have to put my gloves on and make some balls. Get my balls out as well. So, I like that one. That's pretty good, you know. It's just a shame you see all these pictures of hash and you can't fucking taste it. You're like, oh, I want to have just a couple of tokes just to see what it tastes like, innit? Hey, so one day we'll be able to send each other stuff for, hopefully, our hash that we've made. And it'll all be legal and above board, and we don't have to worry about it being stolen by the fucking police or the border security and all that shit. It'd be nice too, because then you could just like save like a 0.2 gram of each of your hashes and swap them with someone else, innit? And have a big hash swap. One day we'll be able to, guys. And there's a ball of hash looking very shiny and professional. Look at that. See? It's what we'll aspire to, just be able to make your own hash. Just like that. It's not difficult, guys, really. There's simple methods out there as well, which I'll show you. Because I tried it earlier. And it sort of was okay. Oh, look, and there it is. Look, he's made it, squeezed it up into a big ball. And that's how he done it, you see. That's his methodology, as they say. So, what else I have here is some sieve hash. See, because what I had was some stuff left over. It was there you go. So it's just like all that. Still this trim, and I just used that. I just used the sieve on it. Because it was the stuff that was left. So in my tumbler, what's the stuff was left in tumbler? So not all your, sort of not all the dry sift comes out of it. So I emptied it onto the bag, and then tipped some of it into this sieve. Then just shook it lightly, and then made this hash out of it. As you can see, there's some plant matter in it, but it's actually really nice, tasty hash, and look, that's what it made. So, like, again, more free hash, really. That's just literally from the trim that's already been spun, and then thrown out into the bag, and then sieved from a sieve, because not all the trichomes come out, and you get that left over. So you get like your 220U sort of to down, sort of. So it's not high quality like 175U where you pay a lot, but that is still what I've smoked earlier, and nice oily hash. Like, you'd probably still pay money for that on the black market anyway. So there's like still leftovers from your leftovers. So you just reclaim more hash. So if you get more free hash, then I'm not going to turn down free hash if it tastes like hash, gets you stoned like hash, smells like hash, tastes like hash, you think it's hash. So, yeah, hash away. So, literally, guys, if you haven't got no equipment whatsoever, yeah, just get yourself a sieve like that and make yourself some hash from that. There you go. That'll do. Won't be the cleanest of hash, but it'd be all proper hashy. And you'd smoke the weed anyway, wouldn't you? Or the plant matter anyway. So what's a little plant matter mixed in with your hash anyway? So, yeah. And especially if it's extra reclaimed stuff you weren't going to smoke, or you weren't sure, you're just going to throw away. What sort of return? It depends. What off that? That not too much, but enough for me to be bothered to do it because it was in my tumbler. So, and what the tumbler don't get through the mesh, like I just recovered it from that. Instead of washing it through bags, I just tried to see what it was like through the sieve, just to see if it was any different. And it was alright, and the hash come out weren't too bad. So I was happy with that. So if you haven't got no hash, and that's the only way to do it with your trim left over, I think it's worth a go. Just to get some hash out of it. It's better than not having no hash and just throwing away the trim to nothing, innit? Or storing it up for a year and doing nothing with it. Use some of it. Use a normal sieve. It worked for me. Didn't have too much plant matter in it. Actual hard plant matter. It squished and done the same as I did with all my other hashes. So I got a reasonable amount out of it because I've already spun it and there's a load of leftover from a few spins. So to me, that is worth doing with what I had. Depends on how much trim you got. If you got like fucking tons and tons of trim sitting there doing nothing, and that's all you've got is a sieve, then just go and make yourself a little bit of hash, innit? Even if it's just enough for a joint or two or three. At least you've got 2 or 3 joints, innit? Does it really matter how much you get from it on the return? It didn't really cost you much to grow the weed in the first place, did it? So, swings and roundabouts again, innit? It's what you want to do with your shit, man. Do you want to save it or do you not? Or do you want hash? Yep, you should all be tempted by one of them tumblers I have because it's just easy work, man. It's easy work. And like I said, this is hash I got recovered afterwards. You can also make bubble hash out of the stuff that's left over as well and recover it more. So you don't really get too much waste. You can also, out of the stuff you get from the tumbler, you can use a static method afterwards and clean it up even more. So you can do all sorts of filtering with it and get whatever quality you want out of it at the end of the day. So to me, I just think it's really worth getting a tumbler because it's just makes no sense to not have hash. You know what I mean? So that's my theory. Better to have it than to not have it, really. You're only going to waste your money on kebabs and burgers and shit, ain't you, really? So just don't eat kebabs and burgers and buy a tumbler. Like, in 3 months' time, you've got hash, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I didn't eat kebabs and burgers. I now have hash. I think I'll eat a kebab and burger because I've had hash. So there you go. You'll be able to eat kebabs and burgers again, but with hash. So just give them up for 3 months. Give up fucking using Coca-Cola. If you drink Coca-Cola every day, give that up every day for 3 months. Then you have a machine or something like that. Shit's expensive nowadays. Just give up some sugar for a while. Some takeaways. Yep, no drying too with fucking dry sift, man. Tumbled, swept together, fucking sticking to a machine and pressed. If you ain't got a press, then hot water bottle, press it. Or if not, you can just put it in a vice and just use it pressured for 48 hours, just really in a vice, and then just press it together really hard, and that'll do. Sorted. Just use it that way on a pressure side of things, and then mental. You'd be like rubbing your fingers in your thighs, going, "I have now have hash," and you love it even more because you've made it yourself from your own plants. So it's like it just has that bit more self-satisfaction to it. And obviously, if you made it yourself, it's going to be higher quality because you've probably grown yourself some higher quality weed than what most you get elsewhere. So you're going to have some high quality hash because it's all trichomes. So you're just going to have more or less on your trim. That's it. And you're probably going to have good quality trim, so it's going to have good quality hash, isn't it? Or even use all your buds, your lowers, and your popcorn, which is what I do as well. So it's a mixture of things, isn't it? It's better to have than to not, especially when it comes to hash. That's what I say. Yeah, man. That's for sure. So let's have a quick add of things here. So what I'm going to add is I've got pictures of hash I had earlier. So let's add a slideshow. Number 3. That'll do. Just keep all the basics. Yeah, that's the one. Cool. So what I've got here is pictures of what I'm smoking now. So I just stick that on manual. There you go. Slideshow image 3. My hash. There you go. And that's that picture, but oh, that's it there. There you go. That's the hash I'm smoking now, all broke up. You can see how like tricone it is. It's like, whoa. You can really smell it as well, actually. That's the weed I mixed it with, which is some gelato. And that's what it looks like. Just like that. There you go. Fitted to screen. Yeah, and that's what I smoked during the show. Is that one? That's why it takes me a while, because it's full of hash. And that's what it's like, all squished together. Woohoo. So you could jam some trim into my bench vice and have hash a day later. Nah, not really. You have to shake all the trichomes off first and then press all them trikes, which is your hash, together. So it's just like, it's just the pressure and make it all stick together. The heating process is just like a quick way of heating it and making it stick together. It's sort of like a like the preheating activates some of the delta 9 and all that, and then obviously the breakdown of all the other endocannabinoids into shit and all the trichomes, and starts the whole process off, which is why you preheat hash before you smoke hash as well, which is why the pre-pressing and with the bottle works really well, and then obviously the heat press as well, and then turning it to rosin because you're pre-pressing it before you're smoking it. It's like a preheating, which is probably how they found the rosin method, because of all that old technology and knowledge. So it's the heat, which is what just changes the process, but you can use the pressure process to make hash, and it's still hash because of all the trichomes, and it's been pressed together for a long time at really high. So you'd want at least a 4-ton cold press on it. I'd think you wouldn't want like a one. You'd want 4 to 8 tons pressure on it, 24 hours. Then you'd have a nice square block of like hash. You'd want to like a hash press. So you'd want to do it in a pre-press. Yeah, the decarboxylation, which is what the heat method is for. starts breaking it down. But the pressure as well can do that as well on a long press, because it is like the rubbing process creates its own heat. It creates a small amount of heat when you press it really hard together. So that does it over a long period of time just by pressure, if you know what I mean. It creates its own heat in that manner. So it's done over a longer period rather than the short, hot press. Yep, you can eat hash as well. In yogurts, it's good. Or you can sprinkle it into your hot milk and take like 15-25 minutes on a slow stirring and heating of your hot milk on a very low temperature. And just to melt all the hash and trichomes into it and then drink that. In some places in India, they do that with their hash and the hot milk and then throw 2 tea bags in it, in the milk, and then make like a hash tea. That's quite nice. Hash tea's pretty good. I got shown that when I was quite young, about 12, I think. Hash tea made with just milk. Could you just store and smoke it without pressing it together? Yeah, that's just a dry sift in a container, but as long as it's sealed, don't get no moisture to it and stuff like that. You can, yeah, and still put it in your joint and smoke it like that. No, it still tastes hashy. So yeah, if you're just going to make dry sift, you can just keep it as dry sift. A lot of people were, well, not a lot, some of the people were, I always still sell the dry sift in like pots and shit like that as dry sift, not as hash. Which I find odd, because why would you not like press it and make some hash? So yeah. Any other questions? So I should go into that bit there. Question time, really, if I'm answering questions. Do it on the right bit. If you have any questions about anything else as well, not just hash, ask away. But yeah, the Amsterdam hash was good. I spent probably too much, but also then the prices weren't too bad for some of it, even though the 1851 was a bit expensive. For a gram of really nice hash, I suppose it ain't too bad, because you're paying for someone's work as well. So it's what you're willing to spend in it, to be honest. But I think it's worth going and trying a lot of it. And the pre-rolls are good, especially with the added hash. So yeah, if it gets warm, it start clumping up. Yeah, so a cool, dry place you want to put it in, a cupboard, cool, dark cupboard, like the same place you put your weed, really, pretty much. Maybe even a fridge. You could store it in a fridge or even a freezer. So t-shirts, you have to join the Patreon for a t-shirt, unfortunately, and only when 10 people have joined the Patreon. There's a Discord as well there, but when 10 people have joined the Patreon, I do a giveaway and do a spin for them 10 people. One of them will win a t-shirt. But to buy them, I'd have to get it printed and then sent to me and then sent to you on a one-off thing. I can't get them printed like the high and homegrown ones yet. I don't grind first. Or full plants. I just use a trim and all the lower buds, really. So like all the popcorn and shit at the bottom, and popcorn and trim all at once. But I don't grind it. No, I just let it tumble in the tumbler, because that breaks it up as well. So the tumbler breaks it up, and like I say, anything left over I reclaim anyway. So I don't need to get all of it. If you know what I mean. So I'm not worried about my return on that bit, because I know I'll get a return on it afterwards. So it's unthought of about what return I get on it each time, because I know I'm going to get my full return from the plant because of my process. So yeah, I don't use, just because I don't have enough plants and buds to use, because I use the buds to smoke the hash with. So yeah, it's using the buds. No, I use all the top buds for myself, and then use all the lowers and trim to make hash. Any leftovers. I want to grow extra plants so I can make hash. I'll grow an entire plant just to make hash from that one plant. But I'd have to have enough weed in the bank to then be able to do that, and I don't always have to do that because obviously I use medically and can only grow a limited amount. But yes, hopefully. I want to. I would do. Any other questions? Light up your joints as well if it's not lit. But it is an order. You are my wife now. It's gone quiet, that's because I'm smoking a hash joint. You should all be typing something into your phone as well, like some sort of question type thing. I'll sit here and smoke this until the next question, then see how long you take. How much silence can you handle? They say dead air's bad for your fucking stream, though, don't they? What do they know? They don't smoke hash. It's still a bit quiet around here. Oh, yeah, join the Discord as well if you haven't, and put your pictures in that, and then I could discuss them next month as well. So yeah, man, get your pictures in Discord. Join the Patreon for 420. It's only ever going to be 420. You won't have no tears and all that. So, yep. Oh yeah, I was meant to keep quiet when I'm chatting shit now like Mackie. Just because I don't want dead air. So if I want dead air, I just smoke more hash. That's a good, best way to do it, isn't it? Pour myself a drink, have a drink, then you see why it's dead air. That. Oh yeah, that's the t-shirt. High Hash Club t-shirt. There's a hat. There's a High Hash Club hat. So proper professional. Adam's sick as fuck. That's sad, mate. Smoke more hash then. Make yourself some hot hash milk and hash yogurts if you're sick. That's my advice. Consume more hash in different ways. Maybe parking in a car park would be better done after the hash as well. Be professional, that's it. Improper weed parking, be professional. So, what, is everyone smoking hash out there? There must be someone. There must be someone smoking hash right now. What they've just made. What is the time? Oh, look, it's 10:02. I've nearly been here a whole hour smoking this joint. It does take ages sometimes when you've got a lot of hash in it. You can change shit to a bunch of cucks. This does taste well nice, this one, actually. Not sure how lemony it is, though. It's very hashy. It's got a very, very good taste. Yeah. Oh look, there's a Chilbert. We showed all your pictures, Chilbert. People liked your hash, they did. And I did as well. Your triangle hash. It smells earthy as well, actually. Which is nice. Some weed actually mixes better with hash than others as well, I have found. Some weeds you like, they like doles out the flavour of the hash sometimes in a way. But other ones can real. So that can be a hit and miss when you're smoking blunts. Is finding the right weed and hash combination. Nice, some Nepalese worm. And red lead puck herb, nice. I bet it's well nice because the red lead puck and the Nepalese probably have a nice sort of like fucking earthy taste to them there. Yeah, a Nepalese worm. I like that term. Actually, your Baywatch, I told you that, didn't it? Goes well. The cheesy one goes well with some of the hashes. I think I want to get some old school skunk going just to smoke with some hash as well. So that'd be good. Some nice old school skunk to smoke with hash. Smoke some Percy Graham skunk. Maybe I'll grow someone out. Get some seeds off of Mackie. Just to smoke hash with. So, time's coming up soon, guys. Any more questions? You have a skunk too. Nice. I might have to have some skull. Yeah, the killer skunks. I did like that one as well, actually, but I only had a couple of them. I have to check if I've still got seeds of that, actually. I don't think I have. I have to go through my seed collection because I've grown most of everything now, so I've only got sort of like leftovers and stuff I didn't want to grow, which was like freebies and things like that now. Two skunk, two cuts, bubble and well, I want the bubble then. Throw me the bubble. No, but bubble. But bubble. Bubble gum is the best ever. If you don't like bubble gum, then well, get out my ass. Nah. Get in the Ma pub. I am liking this hash. The more I smoke it, the more I want to fly back there and buy some more. But hey, one day. Gonna have a hash mission to Amsterdam. So like, all you lads better start saving up and getting ready to go Amsterdam for next year at some stage, so we can all meet up and smoke hash at the Hash Club in Amsterdam. I know a couple of you be able to get out there at least. So come on, let's sort it out, man. Let's get some hash smoking in Amsterdam while we still can. Because I'm going to go out there at least once or twice a year now. Now you can get some nice pre-rolls. And I'll bring out back some hash. So let's go. Some killer skunk cherub palms. Nice. Yep. So let's all get some hash smoking going in Amsterdam as well as in our own houses. So guys, it has been a nice show again, smoking hash, looking at some pictures of hash, and we do that and that, and look at the hash pictures again as we one last time. Nice ball of hash from Pink Sky there. Look, another one. You can see all the little bits sticking to his gloves there. See, hash in reverse. That's one of my favourite pictures because it just looks like it really smells like lovely. That, like, you could sniff it and like start rubbing your thighs straight away. Like, you're like, oh, you're in dreamland. And that's where it started from. It just started from that dry sift into that gorgeous piece of stickiness. There you go. That's the nice thing about the hash. It's just that bally. My joint's nearly going out. It's caramello, look. There's more. I think that's the Nepalese one there. There you go, the Nepalese. And the egg, the hash egg. And look, more balls. He got his balls out, he did. Show us your balls. That's the triangle, man. That's. I like that picture. I like the triangle hash picture. It looks hashy. Looks like you just roll it up into a nice big sausage and stick it in your joint. And there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's what he's smoking now. He's saying the hash hanky. Get in. And that's it's squished. Squishy McSquishy. And some breakfast of champions. There you go. More hash. Yeah, the hash hanky is nice. I said it looks like a UFO. You could just throw it in the air and take a picture, and you think it's a UFO. There's his menu there. So that's why you want to get to some hash shows and some in the UK. Go and pick yourself up a deal. Get some local produce going. And there's your old Stonehenge menu. And there we had a nice discussion about that, didn't we? Yeah, look, shame speed's off the menu, but don't worry, guys. There's plenty of hot knives for 20p. Actually, lemon cherry, a bit expensive, but tasty. Can recommend that if you got the money. It's worth a try. And your dark filtered hash from Hulp. Some Manali. More dark filtered hash. And more. These are the ones I brought home with me. Like some sour apricot frozen. I had 14 in the end in total. You're 24k there. I did like that one. That tasted quite good. Smoked that one of the first ones that was. And the Lemon Miracle again, which is really nice. But again, everything from Solo was pretty nice. And again, the honey hash, which is one of my favourites. And this is actually quite cheap as well from Bluebird. So, like, if you like hash and you ain't got much cash, go Bluebird and get the honey hash, man. And just like you could smoke that all day and not need another hash. It's so tasty. So yeah, certainly recommended. Well, there we go. Yeah, you can use your hash hanky in place of Rizzler. Yeah, I suppose you could just wrap up your weed round it. So, I hope you all had a good time, guys. I did, because I was smoking hash. So, I had a good time smoking hash. nearly at the end of it now. I'm sad. It's nearly a whole gram of hash being smoked. That's sad, that is. Sad because I haven't got another one of that one anyway. So, that's sad. Yes, hash from Solo is certainly worth going and getting. It is a good little place for hash. So, and Bluebird for their honey hash, and they're not too far from each other either. Like 8 minutes slow stroll. Smoke half a joint between the two of them, really, along the canal. It's quite easy. Little zigzag, and you're there. Both just off Newmarket. So, go to Amsterdam, get some hash, make your own. Then one day we're all going to meet up in hash with Fine Hash Club t-shirts and smoke some hash. So until then, I'll see you next month, wouldn't it be really? Which is the last Saturday next month is the last of the month. That's the 31st. Got fucking 5 weeks or more. You've got loads of time to make some hash between now and then. So, this will get high in hash, and I'll see you next month on the 31st. Let's get some. Yeah. Don't forget the Discord or the Patreon if you want to throw some money towards. As soon as we get to 10 of you, I'll send out a t-shirt to someone, man. And then every 10 people that join, you get something. You all get a spin. So go make some hash. Finish smoking some hash. And get going. Alright, I'm going to wave. And you can actually see me waving like a retard. There you go. Waving like a retard. Smoking hash like a hash smoker. Cheers, guys. Later.